April replaces confusion with the excitement of a brand new path. Sagittarius, you've been floating. Too many options, not enough traction. You've told yourself you're keeping the options open, but in truth, you've been stalling. And somewhere underneath all that restlessness, energy, you know it. And this is your card, the Seven of Cups. And this is your trap. The Seven of Cups is the card of too many options and not enough commitment. It shows a figure staring at 7 cups, each one filled with a different vision. Wealth and love and adventure, power, spiritual mastery, they all look appealing. And that's the problem. For Sagittarius, this hits differently than it does for most signs. You're already wired to want something. You want the trip, and the business, and the creative project, and the new relationship, and the spiritual awakening. You want them all at the same time. And March, with all that Mercury retrograde fog and Neptune confusion, gave you even more options to fantasize about without forcing you to pick one. So here we are in April. Aries season has lit the engine. The sun is exalt in Aries right now. That means the energy of initiation, of courage, of bold decisions, it's in full power. Everyone around you is starting things, launching things, moving, and you're still standing in front of the Seven of Cups, trying to figure out which one is the one. Here's the trap. The Seven of Cups isn't about making the wrong choice. It's about making no choice. It's the illusion that keeping everything open means keeping everything possible. It doesn't. It means nothing gets your full energy. Nothing gets built. Nothing gets real. And for Sagittarius in April, this looks like jumping between 3 ideas on the same week. Getting excited about something Monday, researching it Tuesday, abandoning it Wednesday because a shinier option appeared. Telling yourself you're exploring when you're actually avoiding, because committing to one path means closing the others. And for a sign that hates closed doors more than anything else, that feels like a loss. But floating is the loss. Scattered attention is the loss. And that's the trap. How does the trap process? How does it break? Judgment. Judgment, this is the interface. Judgment is one of the most powerful major arcana cards. It doesn't whisper, it doesn't nudge. It sounds a trumpet and asks,
"What are you actually here for?"
And this card shows figures rising from the graves, arms open, responding to the angel's call from above. It's not about being judged by someone else. It's about answering your own call. It's the moment you stop evaluating options and start recognizing purpose. And for Sagittarius, judgment arrives in April as a reckoning with clarity. This isn't something you have to go looking for. It comes to you. Maybe it's a conversation that cuts through the noise. Maybe it's an experience that suddenly makes one of those Seven of Cups glow brighter than the rest. Maybe you wake up one morning and just know that thing you've been circling around for weeks or months. That's the one. And here's why the timing matters. April's Aries energy is cardinal energy. It initiates. It pushes you out of reflection and into motion. Judgment syncs with that perfectly. Aries says,
move.
Judgment says,
this is what you move toward.
Together they cut through the fantasy fog of the Seven of Cups like a blade. But Judgment also asks you to be honest. It's not just pick the fun one. It's pick the real one. The one that aligns with who you're actually becoming. Not who you were last year, not who you think you should be, not who you are right now. That's a harder question for Sagittarius because you change fast. Your identity shifts with every new experience. Judgment says,
stop shifting for the second. Land somewhere. Answer the call.
And the interface here is a moment of absolute clarity that makes the fog irrelevant. You don't have to analyze your way out of the Seven of Cups. You get called out of it. So what do you do with that clarity? Well, it's the Ace of Wands. This is the key. This is one of the most exciting cards in the entire deck, especially for Sagittarius. A hand emerges from the cloud holding a single living wand, sprouting with new growth, pure creative fire, pure beginning, the spark before the bonfire. After weeks, maybe months of drifting between possibilities, the Ace of Cups says the wait is over. Not because you figured it out intellectually, but because Judgement cleared the noise and now there's only one flame in front of you. And it's burning. The Ace of Wands is not a plan. It's not a strategy. It's ignition. It's the moment your body says yes before your brain finishes the pros and cons list. For Sagittarius, a fire sign ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion, this card is home. This is your native frequency. And in April, with the sun exalted in Aries, fueling that cardinal fire, and then Taurus season arriving around April 19th to help you actually build on what you start. The timing is almost perfect. Here's what the Ace of Wands asks you to do. Commit to the spark. Don't hedge it. Don't keep two other options warm just in case. That's the Seven of Cups behavior. The Ace of Wands is singular. One wand, one direction, one flame. In practical terms, this looks like picking the project and starting it this month, saying yes to the opportunity and going all in, booking the thing, registering the thing, telling someone about it out loud so it becomes real. Sagittarius doesn't lack enthusiasm. It lacks follow-through when the enthusiasm fades. The Ace of Wands gives you the initial burst. Taurus season in late April gives you the ground to plant it. Use both. April's new moon, the first major intention-setting moon of this zodiac year, is your activation point. Whatever you commit to around the new moon has real staying power. This isn't a whim. This is a seed that can grow through the rest of 2026 if you actually tend to it. The key is simple. Stop browsing. Start burning. So here's your April, Sagittarius. The Seven of Cups has you floating between fantasies, too many options, not enough commitment, and a lingering fog from everything March stirred up. Judgment cuts through that fog with a moment of clarity you can't ignore. A call that tells you exactly which path is yours. And the Ace of Wands hands you that torch. Not 7 torches, one. The one that matters. And April's Aries energy gives you that courage to start. Taurus energy gives you the ground to build. And that new moon gives you the window to plant something that lasts. You don't need more options. You need one option and all your fire behind it. That's when Sagittarius becomes unstoppable. If this reading made sense to you, if its structure clicks, please subscribe. More signs are coming, and they're all built in the same way, the pattern, the shift, and the move. Thank you for being here. See you next time.